Welcome. We're so glad you're joining us for this episode of our Ask a Professional video series on IBCLC lactation services. We created these conversations to help families better understand the different types of perinatal professionals they may meet during pregnancy, birth, and the postpartum period. There are so many supportive roles: doulas, nurses, lactation consultants, mental health providers, and more, and we want you to feel confident knowing what each one does and how they can help you. Our goal is simple: to give you clear, practical information so you can make informed choices about the care and support that feels right for your family. Joining us today is Kendall Keeter, IBCLC, International Board Certified Lactation Consultant, whose expertise supports the health of both mothers and babies during the pregnancy and postpartum period. She'll be answering some of the most common questions families have about lactation care and explaining how an IBCLC can support you throughout your feeding journey.
My name is Kendall Keeter. I am an international board certified lactation consultant. I was certified in 2023. I've been in Knoxville since 2024, and I've loved serving families here. Most beneficial to go ahead and reach out before to establish care. Go ahead and make sure that you're set up for success as best we can before baby arrives. And then after baby arrives, I usually tell people try to have a visit scheduled for within the first week of being at home. And then after that, it's as much or as little as you need us. Families will go and take a prenatal class, but then they'll come see us prenatally to establish care and kind of get a game plan for their specific situation. So less of the broad general knowledge and more looking into their health history, their plan for postpartum recovery, birth and delivery, and build a plan for them. Postpartum, what we'll do is we'll check in usually within the first 6 weeks, assess troubleshoot whatever issue they've got going on, whether that's with latching or pumping or bottle feeding. And then most families see us, the bulk of the time is in the first 6 weeks. And then we usually see people whenever they're ready to prepare for going back to work, starting solids, ready to wean. And if they have any issues in between, like mastitis, thrush, things like that, we can help troubleshoot those things too. Most common, I think, would be difficulties with the latch. And I think that's just mostly because of the name lactation support. Most people call us for that. We've started having a lot more families that are exclusive bottle feeding that will be having difficulties with maybe the baby spilling milk whenever they're drinking from a bottle or having a lot of colic symptoms. So mostly latching and then pumping, preparing for back to work especially. I usually tell my prenatal moms if anything is painful, anything is not efficient, that's usually your sign that we can probably make it a little bit better. We help sometimes with bottle feeding, making sure that we've got a bottle that, that baby will tolerate. Sometimes, families don't want to breastfeed and then they realize, okay, the baby is refusing bottles. What do I do? So sometimes we help with things like that. We help with weight checks. Sometimes people will just come see us periodically to check in between their regular pediatrician appointments. We do mental health screenings at every appointment. So sometimes people will come see us and, it starts out being a lactation concern, but then we can make a referral for, mental health support if needed. A lot of infant feeding concerns can sometimes tie back to the whole body. So sometimes we're making referrals to PT or OT, try and help baby get more comfortable in their body to then feed a little bit better, no matter what method of feeding they're using. Most common misconception I see is that we're going to be judgy about if you decide you don't want to breastfeed or if you don't want to breastfeed for 2 years or something like that. We see a lot of families that are exclusively formula feeding to help with bottle feeding. We see families that combo feed. We see families that just want to do this for the first 6 weeks, and we're happy to help make that transition easy. We also have people that call us kind of nervous to call, but that they leave the hospital, they don't want to breastfeed at all, but they just need help drying their milk supply. I think that's the most common misconception, is that we're going to be judgy and pushy and push our own goals on to families. just how they felt really seen and heard, how they felt like somebody listened to them while recovering postpartum. Sometimes I feel like that's the bulk of what we do. You know, you get a baby latched and then you're sitting together for maybe 30 minutes while baby's eating, and so you just get to sit, and if mom felt seen and heard, then I feel like I did good.
Every postpartum and feeding experience is unique, and accessing the right support can make a significant difference in health, safety, and overall well-being for both mom and baby. We hope this discussion helps you feel more informed about your options and more confident in choosing the care team that aligns with your needs. Thank you for taking the time to learn with us.